You know, I've dealt with a lot of evolutionists on YouTube and in forums around the world, mostly here on YouTube. And you know what I find? Of course, evolutionists are only interested in information provided by evolutionists. It's rather ridiculous. And that's because the evidence provided by creationists is so strong, and it refutes their worldview, and I hate that, and they just will not accept that. So they have to, you know, deny it. But I've spent a lot of my own personal time doing research for them and helping them. You have to lead these people like a little boy. Come on, little boy, I'll show you where the evidence is. Come on. You know, it's really silly. See, here's what the way it works. They'll post something. They've taken a lot of my time, you know, posting on my videos. A lot of my time. They'll post something, and then they'll say, "But how can that be true of such and such?" And then you provided information that refutes it, and that explains how what they believed is false. And then say, "Oh, really? Where's the evidence of that?" And then you say, "Okay." So I go to you know, my personal archives. And if I don't find the evidence that I'm looking for there, then I'll go to the internet sometimes. I don't do this for every evolutionist, but I've done it for many, many evolutionist posts. And I'll actually take the time to find the evidence, the information that I've already studied, I've already read, and I know is out there. So I'll take anywhere from a minute, sometimes it takes seconds to find the evidence that they claim doesn't exist. Seconds! Can you believe that? Seconds. Sometimes it takes a number of minutes though. And so I'll actually look. I'll take my own personal time and I'll find the evidence and I'll post it, and then of course they refuse to examine it. They'll probably go to it maybe, and then they'll see that it's put forth by a creationist and they close it. Click. Don't want to see that. No, can't look at that. No, no, I don't want to look at that. No. So that's the way evolutionists work. Because their worldview is threatened, science has destroyed evolutionism. Every claim of evolution has been refuted by modern science. You know, anyway, here's something for you to look into, evolutionists. Did you know that evolution is a very old idea, and it's tied with eugenics as far back as ancient Greek philosophers? Yeah, look at my video, The Fruits of Evolution, if you don't believe me. You see, the connection is amazing. It's true. Evolutionism is wicked, no matter how you slice it. But anyway, so I've taken a lot of my personal time trying to lead these people to the truth, you know, because, you know, that's what I'm here for, is to share the truth with people and to help people to learn the truth. But they've taken a lot of my time. And the way evolutionists work is they'll do research of their own sometimes for things, and on a particular thing. And when they come across creationists' evidences, they close that and they go directly to anything put forth by an evolutionist, because then that's something they want to look at. Oh, here's the stuff. Yeah, that's what I want to look at. Yeah, what they say about that. Oh, yeah. That's the way these people work, you know. Completely one-sided, half of their brain going, you know. They don't care about all the evidence put forth by creation, which refutes it. And that's one reason that's so utterly ignorant about the evidence that refutes and destroys evolution. Because you have to lead them like children to it, and then when you do, they don't even want to see it. They immediately refuse to examine it or consider it, so they remain ignorant. See, ignorance feeds ignorance. But you know, because they've taken up so much of my personal time, I've actually decided that maybe, if I can get away with it, I may start a PayPal account, start charging these people to post on my videos. You know, send them a bill for a nickel or a quarter, 25 cents. I think that's fair. 25 cents for every post on one of my videos, right? And if they ask me for evidence, and I've got to go find it for them, whether I have to pull it off my hard drive on my computer, add them onto my books, or you know, or I have to do a search in YouTube and spend a few minutes looking for it. Sometimes I have taken the time to help these people, these ignorant people. I have taken the time, sometimes spent 30 minutes looking for information to provide for them. Most of the time it's easy to find, though. But I've been considering it, you know. And then if I have to provide evidence for them, actually dig it up and post it for them, charging, you know, $1. That sounds fair to me, because they take up a lot of my time. These people won't do their own homework. They expect creationists to do it for them. And then when you do, and you provide it for them, they just deny it. And so they remain ignorant, because they don't want the information. You see, evolutionism, atheism, both, are really denials. It's denialism. You see, because they don't want the truth. They don't want the information. And it doesn't matter how good it is, how strong it is, or how empirical it might be. They don't want it. Because they don't want the truth, you see. They've got their head so stuck in the toilet of evolutionism they can't pull it out. They're humanists and they're naturalists, and they refuse to believe or accept that there's a moral lawgiver, because then that's God. But hey, look, if you admit that there's something as evil as child rape, and you admit that that is evil, or torturing someone is evil, if you admit that there is evil, and anyone who's sane cannot deny that there is such a thing as evil, you automatically posit there is something which is good. And if you posit that there is good and that there is evil, you posit automatically that there is a moral law that determines what is good and what is evil. And if you posit there is a moral law, you must posit that there is a moral lawgiver. And this moral lawgiver is God. And they refuse to accept even philosophical arguments to point to the truth. However, I've seriously been thinking about it. Give me your thoughts on that. What do you think? A PayPal account? Start charging these people for my research time? Either that or just block them permanently, which I've been starting to do lately. Yeah, I know. It sounds unsavory to some, but, you know, like I say, I'm not here to dig around and do other people's research for free. If they want to learn the truth, maybe they should do a little of their own homework. Don't be so lazy. Such slackards. Evolutionists are slackards, man. And, you know, I'm thinking about charging them. What do you think? 25 cents a post? 50 or $1 maybe? If I have to post the evidence that they could have found in, you know, a search engine within 30 seconds to 3 minutes on their own, if they just had the inclination to actually look at anything that refutes their worldview? What do you think? I'm not looking to get rich off this, just an idea. What do you think? Should I make a PayPal account? Start charging these ignorant people for doing the things for them that they refuse to do for themselves, which feeds ignorance into more ignorance? Anyway, it's a thought. I'm not sure YouTube would allow me to do that. Well, maybe I'll just continue to block them. That way I don't have to spend my time helping these ignorant slackards. But I do, being a soldier for Christ, you know.